Alright, so we're gonna go to the Scarlet Chorus camp because it's the closest next thing, and the other thing we're supposed to go to is way the fuck over there. It's gonna take us 1 hour 30 minutes to complete the journey to this favorite camp. We're gonna accept. There we go. Alright, disfavored camp. They should love us here. We should be like their favorite. Look at that deer. Can I kill that deer? I don't think I can attack that deer. These are the chorus grounds. State your business or get lost. The guard places her hands by her belt as you approach, gripping the hilt of her blade. Past this point is chorus territory, and you don't look like someone's conscript. You sure you're in the right place? You clearly do not know where I am. I'm always in the right place. Fine, just come on in. I'm sure the Fury will gut you if you're really a problem. The guard half-heartedly waves you in as she nods to Verse. Yeah, you don't recognize a Verse? Guards are watching you coldly. Soldier nods to you. Yeah, you guys don't recognize Verse? Oh, what's going on out here? Take another step, I'll pin your foot to the dirt. Oh boy. Well, this is ridiculous. We have a bigger problem here. Alright, what's the issue? Can I talk to you? It proves everything. The warrior slams her fists together in a resounding clap, like, for instance, whether you're fit to lead that flock of children. Behind her, the members of her gang posture with weapons held at the ready. Did you not hear the news of the edict? This is foolish distraction. We ought to be saving our energy for the enemy. The chorus warrior looked at his gang, giving them a quick nod. What's the problem here? No problem here, ma'am Binder. She tosses her blade in the air, catching it with a smile on the way down. Captain Fuckwit here seems to think about bulk of his challenge. Thinks just because he used to run a ship, he's qualified to run a gang. The spits on the ground, looking at the scowl. I'm calling him out because the way I see it, his warriors ought to follow me, not this new blood. Captain Fuckwit was my father. Fuckwit will do just fine. The warrior points at the opposing gang. If we have to prove our strength, we'll do so happily, but I'll have your hands and feet removed and the rest of you kept for my own use. Oh boy. Care to wager on this fight? Allow me to join you. I could use a good bloodbath. Yeah. A sharp, vicious grin cuts across her face. Be my guest. I've always wanted to see a fate binder in action. He falls pointedly quiet, but quickly shrugs one shoulder, seemingly smart enough not to protest. Alright. You guys want to actually fight? Like, we could fight. Oh, I gotta pick whose side I'm on. Cut quiet Shiv's throat. Then it'll end it quickly? Oh no! Beat Silvershank bloody, then it'll settle it with strength. These both lose favor. I don't want to do either of these. Who am I supposed to defend here? Who's the favor? I have 68% to tier 2. Okay. Well, for both of them, because it's the chorus. Alright, let's start this. I'll fight for quiet, Shiv, I guess. I suppose. I mean, this guy was acting kind of rapey, so... He glances to you, nervously clutching for his blade. Oh boy. She laughs, arrogant and eager to show you her skill. Gut him, then I'll guard your back with my blade. She tosses her knife from one hand to the next and lunges towards Silvershank without a further warning. Alright, Silvershank. I'm sorry, Silvershank. I'm sorry. It had to be this way. Listen, we all wish it didn't have to be this way. But unfortunately it is. That's just how it is. I'm gonna loot these bodies. Is that cool with everybody? Hey, can I talk to you? Lady? Hey. What are you looking at? I thought we were gonna be friends. I thought once I helped you we would be friends. No?
on the lookout.
Why are you not following me, Verse? Get over here. Oh! Is that why they didn't recognize? Because Verse was standing in the corner? Really? That's why nobody recognized? It's bullshit. Scroll? A scroll sits here glowing with mystic energy. I can't read that scroll. What are you doing, Fifth Eye? The binder of Tuon arrives. Squealing with teenagers, timbre, the Fifth Eye's voice makes your gums itch and your fingernails feel in need of a trim. And we just finished having a bit of a sport with some captives, but worry not. We have more fun with another batch momentarily. Dressed in the bronze-red regalia of the Crimson Spears, the Fifth Eye beckons you to stand closer, wagging a blood-spattered glove. Now, what you have issued this verdict, this edict, doomed us all to die. You've come to help us climb out of this hole? Chirps of laughter emanate from under his mask. How has the camp responded to the edict? With mewing, bowing, an occasional orgy, frequent vomits, shrills, titters, laughter escape from under his mask. The bloodlust is there, but so is the fear of failure. Should our glorious horde fail to overrun the citadel, we will surely all perish. I mean, I don't see the disfavored pulling their weight. I trust you're getting the warriors ready for battle. We know the Oathbreakers are focused on the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned that this is not their only nest. The Fifth Eye wags his hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure. Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group maintaining camp somewhere in the outer valley, and unless we deal with this second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river. This favorite thing, you can't control your horde. And many are defecting back to the Verdant Guard. Wrong, and perhaps. He gestures with his spear in an arc toward the sprawling camp. It is no mean feat to herd this many desperate lives. For every 2 hands of humanity, there is at least 1 finger that snaps from the stress of our ways. A few have been lost on the margins. I won't deny that, but if you store grain, expect some rat feces. If you lead killers, expect some desertion. That makes sense. So, you need help taking out these Oathbreakers? Or what? Like, you want help murder? Like, yeah. You gonna murder them or what? And while a good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is not to kill them, but to add their strengths to ours. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she can lead us to the Verdant Guard's secondary camp. Though there are shreds of deception in her voice, I could use your help questioning this Verhigh Cal. Perhaps you will get less screams and tears, and more useful information out of her. If we know where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try and take their captain, and show them the wisdom of joining the chorus. I don't belong to, well, whatever. More currency going to change anything at this point? I will speak with the prisoner. I will meet you there. She's waiting with the other prisoners. Alright, I guess we'll deal with this. A lot of dead bodies around. Small marks have been painted onto this corpse, marking certain body parts as more difficult targets. Oh. Oh, jeez. Well, is this, Quietman, let the Fatebinder speak with the catch of the day, you filthy mongrels. You may approach the prisoner. Alright, watch yourself. Watch yourself, Fatebinder. Hi. Death Cal. Death Knell? You. As much an accusation as a question. The broad-shouldered woman shakes her head with a scowl. So you're Tuon's Fatebinder. I was expecting something more impressive. She bows in spite of her misgivings. Death Knell, Scarlet Fury. My time is yours for as long as it amuses me. The fighter effortlessly spins a bronze sword in her hand. Let's get one thing clear. I'll stick your words and laws. Stick your words and laws, leave the fighting to the grown adults. Your corpse would just be a tripping hazard to those of us having a proper bit of carnage sport. You not think I can beat your ass? We've been enough useless twats dying for our name as it is. All our horde recruits seem good for of late is piling in a shit-reeking mound on the battlefield. She hums low to herself and flips her sword side to side with several deft flicks of her wrist. It's the flick of the wrist. Keep up and we'll have to toughen our recruitment standards again. Now, what do you need? You said something about the horde thinning? Swelling until it's thundering and then crashing and receding. It's been the way of the chorus for as long as I've been in it. She offers a one-shouldered shrug, ambivalent if anything, but more likely just uncaring. We take our prisoners alive, give them a chance to live, yet to be reborn into something better, putting any and every able body to the sword like the disfavored do is nothing but a waste. A conquered enemy is but a new ally. It merely requires the proper coercion. Of course, we do sometimes have the problem of lingering loyalties. Deserters are rarely successful in their escape, but they do try. The verdant guard, strengthened by their numerous blood ties, have been particularly stubborn, so I've a better plan hatched, okay? Scarlet Chorus. Minor favor, brutal, efficient, I like it. She tips her head to you, a smile on her lips. Had a feeling you'd see it my way. I'm thinking we redouble our efforts to recruit settlers, focusing on the unaligned and unsuspecting, instead of fleshing ourselves to the gills with oath-breakers claimed from the battlefield. How exactly do you plan to conceive them? At knife point. A knife point has sufficed well enough in the past, but you've inspired me to try a more diplomatic approach this day. What do you say, Binder? You might be able to ease them into the idea and save the lives of their friends and neighbors in the process. Sure, why not? Sounds like a bit of fun. The Fury howls a satisfied laugh and smacks you dead on the back. My methods are surefire, you'll see. I'll mark the settlement on your map. Oh, what are you, fucking Preston now? She grins, but, well, actually, you're Bizarro World, Preston. You're female and evil. And also white, I guess. Opposite, Preston is evil. Biting her bottom lip, bloodied. I can't wait to see the outcome of your efforts. What are you expecting? Let's see. Death Knell counts with her fingers, conducting some mentally tallying. From your deeds during the conquest to how you've helped us since then. Scarlet Favor 1. I expect a mountain, a warrior of colossal size, who could shout a rampart wall into submission. She smiles, but I think you'll do just fine. Insult me again and I'll bury that blade in your belly before you can scream. She peels a surprised but pleased laugh at your threat, tapping the flat of the blade against her thigh. She cants her neck until it audibly cracks. Maybe there's something more to you, Faith Binder, after all. What can you tell me about the Scarlet Chorus? We are the voices of Nerad's glory made manifest. In the chorus's strength rises the weak, feed the soil. Death Knell smiles, standing tall as she exalts the army. Our ways terrify the cowardly and shock the naive, but our traditions exist to offer promise and prestige to those fit to claim it. We abandon all petty rules for one simple law: the strongest must lead. What is your role in the Scarlet Chorus? Death Knell frowns, her eyes narrowing. Do you not recognize a Scarlet Fury when you see one? We are the warrior spirit of the chorus. The chorus! Scholars of sword and shiv. She folds her arms, puffing out her chest. And a mighty chest it was. In peace we train those tough enough to endure our lessons, but wise enough to learn from the best. In battle it is our duty to slay our foes and inspire the horde with our skill and bravery. Death Knell clicks her tongue, looking aside to the others at the camp with an eye roll. We are fearless vanguard of this confused but glorious rabble. How has the military life treated you so far? Oh, it's wonders. I eat what I want, I shit where I want, and I kill who I want. Sometimes I even combine pleasures. She winks at you. What the fuck? What does that even mean? My enthusiasm for the work brought me here. A decorated Scarlet Fury veteran, eh? But I'm looking for advancement. If it means killing one of the gang bosses, I'm not above taking a swing at someone bigger than me. They can be bigger than you. Just make sure they don't hit harder than you. Wise words, sister. All right, farewell. Where is this prisoner? Apparently that was not the prisoner. Are you going to tell me where the prisoner is? Fifth Eye Commander of the Scarlet Corps, surveying the camp, watching in stillness the manner of violence and revelry occurs around him. He offers a slight nod as you approach. Anything else? Yeah, where's this prisoner at? Where's this prisoner at? Who's the strongest in your camp? I am, naturally. Well, the Archon is, without question, the mightiest in the camp. Death Knell is the master trainer here, and she's almost tough enough to take me. She's a biter. Don't tell her I told you that. But she can be trusted to fight and lead. What does that mean? She's a bite. Okay. And while her humanity is lacking, Verse is correct. She's been running with the furries, the Furies. Even though Death Knell, too bad, skill and nuances and save assisters. Let's see. What happened to her sisters? Oh no, I gained fear with Verse. I understand that our little torchlight here became the victim of her own morality. A spasm of discomfort, of hesitation, stayed her sword and shattered the forces of a coordinated attack. Did I have it the right of it, dear? Look, don't ask. I'll tell you about it in my own time. Okay, well, don't... Why are you fearful of me because I asked about that? I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. I was just asking who the strongest was, and, you know, you was like, I'm the strongest. What is your role in the chorus? Well, the whole of the chorus remains loyal to the voices of Nearad. I am truly the most loyal. His voice becomes wistful. Oh, so loyal, of his numerous warriors. He's a Crimson Spear, part of the Archon's inner circle. Oh god, inner circle, dozens of the strongest gang bosses answered him, and from where the orders trickled down to the rest of the army. I am the Archon's martial retainer and humble servant. I am his eyes and his ears, but also his mouth, for I speak with his authority when he is absent. He twirls his flung spear in his hand. I am his killing edge when the rabble is moved to war. Are all the Crimson Spears as odd as you? I would not ask you to speak of our other fate binders. I will not speak for the other Crimson Spears. He's odd as fuck because he's an eye, not because he's a Crimson Spear. The Spears are cold, determined bunch. Eyes are a breed apart, owning a fraction of the Archon of Secret's madness. Oh, so he's insane. Gotcha. Talk about something else. I'm gonna go. I gotta find this prisoner. And I'm not quite sure. Is it these are these prisoners the prisoners? Is there a certain prisoner you wanted me to talk to? Watch yourself. Alright, I'm watching myself as much as I can. Possibly. Alright. Wait, what did I... Oh, god damn it. What did I find? Please, someone. I wish to bow before the voices of Nearad. I thought all I could find redemption in the chorus. The woman in his makeshift armor, the verdant guard, lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest that she's been forced to stand for days. This one, he flippantly waves at the prisoner, was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the verdant guard encampment, but she isn't being entirely honest. I told this thing. The prisoner turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face. that I wanted a guarantee I'd live and be welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join with the Verdant Guard. I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. You claim you would disavow your people for the Scarlet Chorus. Why the change of heart? Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of Premonitions to know that the younger realms are gone for good. She blinks several times, catching her breath. Kairos is the new strength of the Tears, and I would rather stand with his Archons than be crushed by them. Why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker? I suppose I have no answer for that. Vera's eyes fall on the ground and she swallows nervously. When I joined the Verdant Guard, I accepted their broken vow unto myself. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause, one you later came to regret? Well, my surrender is sincere, and I'm willing to bow before the voices of Nerat to prove it. Tell me what you know and I can see to your release. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pelox Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. She turns her head, taking a long look at skewered and smoldering corpses around her. She tugs her restraints, but to no avail. I'm gonna use my subterfuge. You're lying. Why don't you tell me what you actually know, and I'll see about saving you. Well, you see... Shaken by your demand, she moves, or her lips move wordlessly for several seconds. So I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I could tell you. She shakes her head, catching her breath. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to the nearby pile of corpses. The tall, dark one, missing most of his face. Check his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boot off the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out of the boot and is thrust into the fifth eye's hand. He unfurls the scroll and gives it a read. It's nonsense, just mash of words. Laughter erupts from under his mask. She said she had information. She gives us garbage. Slay this wretch for wasting our time. He snaps his fingers at a nearby Scarlet Fury, who promptly snatches a long knife from her belt. I would gain minor wrath. Well, alright, fine. I don't care. Whatever. Remain silent. Make the cut shallow. Give her time to regret toying with me. The Scarlet Fury slices open Virda's neck, pinning her final resting pose. The Verdant Guard soldier thrashed and flails for several long moments before bowing her head in death. Well, sorry, bitch. I should have been more useful. We're no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position. Not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers, and all she gave us was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
The voice comes from another person tied up to the Verdant. An older gentleman with the quills, inked veils, and parchment scrolls one finds on the sages of the school of ink and quill. Ink smudged over his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appeared charred, and between his ribs of his fabric you spot burn scars along his arm. Despite being emaciated and tied to a pole, he offers a beaming smile. I'm going to read it for myself. You unscroll the parchment and see a message of modest length, written with professional, albeit hasty penmanship. The Tearsmen speak the Canto, just like Pokemon, just like the Northerners, but they have half a dozen different ways of writing it. This particular script is unknown to you. Who are you?
I'm Sage Lantry, one of the hired quills that was coordinating missives between the Vendrian Guard captains. They aren't paying me anymore and aren't coming to my rescue. So I'll decipher that parchment for you. That's what smart prisoners do, right? Make themselves useful.
Show him the parchment. Can you read this?
Well, let me see. I can't. Uh-huh.
Okay, you hold the parchment in front of the bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of the missive. He reads the words a second time, nodding in silence.
So, I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
A few hours. Either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one. Your life depends on translating this scroll right now.
I would love to help. I just need some time. That's written in another sage's shorthand. I'd have to sit down with it, or better yet, compare it to a piece of his writing I have stashed on me somewhere. If I sat down with it while sufficiently sober, it's highly probable I'd figure it out.
We don't have time.
Sober? Since when do we share the good stuff with the prisoners?
Oh, nobody shared. Right before I was taken prisoner, I imbibed several vials of reagents. I wanted to be numb and disconnected when my captors used me for carnal catharsis. It's made these last few days tied to a post almost enjoyable.
Well, I mean, you're not stupid, apparently. Who are you? Lantry. Are you just your own thing? Are you like your own faction? I don't... God, we don't have time for this. We don't have time for you to figure this shit out. Another useless prisoner. Dispose of him.
Wait, I beseech you. Don't dispose of me just yet. A trial. A fair trial is all I ask.
The old man's eyes light up as he yells with strained vigor. A trial? The fifth eye's posture straightens and notes of pleasure ring in his voice. I was thinking the exact same thing. Never leave to debate what can be settled by strength.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
Wait, what does that mean? I'll fight on his behalf? As the Fatebinder. Let him die for sport? Need prisoner alive? No. I mean, yeah. As a Fatebinder, it's not my place to tell the chorus how to conduct trials on their own land. A servant of justice that knows their proper place. Such a rarity among Tuon's law dogs.
This trial may be a terrible idea, but if I don't entertain them in their court, they'll have more grisly recreation in mind. Please, I'll help you translate the message. I'll do whatever you need.
The old man's eyes fall to the ground. He lets out a long, crest-filled sigh.
How about this? The Fatebinders are trained in magic, correct? Be my champion, protect me through this trial, and I will teach you all I know of the healing arts. Think of all you could help with such mystic lore.
You are trying really hard to survive. Are you important? Like, am I supposed to, keep you alive? Why would I tell him I'll just take him into custody? That doesn't make any sense. This really isn't my problem. You know what? We're gonna fight. Okay, fine. I'll be his champion. This one needs to live.
Good. I like it when Tunon's puppies get their paws dirty.
Ah, I gained favor with the Scarlet Chorus. Awesome. Did you hear that, brothers and sisters? Raising his arms to the sky, the fifth eye roars for all nearby to hear. Trial by combat is upon us. The sage, unbound from the post's stiff legs, nearly buckle as he attempts to walk, and his arms flex and flail with his new freedom. Wiping sweat from grime from his brow, the sage steps close to you with a nervous smile. Rhythmic roaring and the stomping of hundreds of feet in unison flood the camp. Hordsmen begin to circle and swirl about, brandishing weapons and cheering. Begin the chant of gathering. Let the warriors know that tonight's entertainment will soon commence. Alright. Oh, we're getting right into it, huh? Brothers and sisters, who amongst you sets the standard for strength? Who amongst you will help winnow the weak from the strong? The fifth eye waves his hands in the air like he just don't care, drawing in a gathering of chorus soldiers. Okay. Our claimants have been assembled. Now let the trial of the Oath Breaker begin.
I'm not here to make friends. You got it. No dice.
Can I not? Oh, I'm not the right person. Okay, that's why. Well, it would have been useful to have started me as myself. By the righteous shredding of blood, we have found our answer. Regrettably, it appears the sage is worthy of leaving our camp alive. The fifth eye offers a short, mocking bow to Lantry. By the custom set forth by the voices of Nearat, you are free to go, old man. Brag to your grandkids that you fell afoul the chorus yet lived to tell the story. Ah. Oh, I don't have Pit Fighter. Just be like, you better be worth this, old man. That was fun. Your warriors almost put up a good fight. It really is bloodletting weather, is it not? My conscripts need to see more warriors of your skill in action. I thank you for the lesson you have given the camp. I thought I'd die tied to that post. The sage looks down at his robe-worn waist in disbelief. Now hand me that parchment. I'm certain I can decipher it. Well, why couldn't you fucking do that earlier? Well, much of the parchment was weathered, but I could make out the important parts of the text. The note makes mention of a meeting spot in west of Tripoletti. So the old sage knows his words after all. I'd ask that you travel ahead and see if you can't get this Captain Florania in the yield in the chorus. They will strike at first sight of the chorus's gang, but perhaps they will prelay if yours is the face they see. I know the area. I suggest we go at once. I'll show you the way. I'm eager to be far from the stench of this camp. You said you'd teach me a thing or two about magic. That happens now. Oh, yes. I did promise that. Well, this isn't exactly a quiet classroom, but I suppose it will suffice. Before I start, are you sure you have time? Well, with the edict and all, we can always do this later. Yeah, time is of the essence. Alright, you have a point. He's never gonna teach me, is he? You're offering to come with me, why? Because the alternative is, like, what? Living here with these illiterate brutes? My old study is under a river of fire. There's no family missing me. Besides, I'd much rather chronicle the binder than twice proclaimed an edict of Kairos. I'd be a fool to let somebody else write your story. Something's amiss. There's a lot of fight in you for an old scholar. Now you're offering to join this expedition? I've met sages every bit as cutthroat and hardened gang bosses. They act the part of doddering scribes, but they don't let that fool you. Smart for someone your age to be so mistrusting. But I'm not with the Oathbreakers, if that's what you're fishing at. I worked for them, under duress, but I've no love for them. I'm not about to pledge to the chorus and the disfavored wouldn't have me. Still, I consider myself a Kairos-fearing vassal of the Overlord's empire all the same. For as long as I've been a sage, I've been trained to defend myself. We don't spend all our time binding books and sketching wildlife, just most of it. For centuries, we've been in a quiet war with the School of Tides and the School of Wild Wraith. And you can't travel a wrath. You can't travel alone as much as I do and not know the bronze dance. So you wouldn't be a parchment weighing... yeah. Do you think I'm an idiot? Who sent you to kill me? You have it all wrong, Fatebinder. I don't have any orders to spy on the Archon's servants, but that comes from a now fallen school. If someone wants you dead, I'm the wrong agent for that sort of work. Yeah, alright, whatever you say. You want to chronicle me? Well, of course, even if the burning library is never rebuilt, our work to chronicle the days and events needn't cease. And you're a noteworthy player in this whole war. I can't think of another living Fatebinder that has been twice given the honor of proclamation. Swear fealty to me, and I will let you leave this place with me. If that is your price, I will pay it. I, Sage Lantry of the School of Ink and Quill, do pledge my services and skein to the Fatebinder, and by extension to the court of Tyranny. He dips in steep bow before raising a solemn smile. I know I may seem old and frail, but I know how to step lightly and how to not get killed. Really, I won't slow you down. Lead the way and let me know if I can be of service. Are we done here? Let's hightail it to Tyranny. If your new pet doesn't behave himself along the way, I'm not above clipping his ears. Yeah, let's go to Tyranny. Fuck this place. Actually, what's this? Oh, it's that fucking scroll. I could do it now. I got a higher lore. Discovered a new sigil. My magic in the world of tyranny comes from learning shit about sigils, I guess. Hey, can I talk to you? Commander of the Scarlet Corps is surveying his camp, watching in stillness. Is there a reliable quartermaster or peddler in the camp? Talk to what? Talk to Sniggler Dagos. He's wise enough. What the fuck kind of name is that? To not steal from you, and he'll only cheat you a little bit. He's right over there. He points to the nearby east, but he has the important honor of trying to arm all my merry little conscripts. Don't expect Kairos' army or anything. Kairos' armory. Yeah, alright. Is it you? Are you the blacksmith guy? Yeah, you are. Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens his posture and smiles. What an honor! The name's Sniggler Dagos, originally from the relative tranquility of the Northern Empire. I've since accepted a nomadic life for the sake of keeping Kairos' forces supplied with only the finest goods and local imports. You got anything to say? What are you looking at? We helped you kill that guy. You would think you'd have more to say to us. Like a little bit more. Jeez. I think murder would bring people closer together. Oh, Baz. Well, look at who we have here. Chewing on some manner of cud, a heavy-set soldier flings spittle and crumbles as she talks. The Fatebinder finally shows yourself. I'm Regs. The second soldier chimes in. And this is Baz. We were wondering when you might pay the camp a visit. The Fifth Eye's been a little starved for attention. He ordered us to watch you like a troublesome babe. Make sure you don't get out of line. Baz knits her fingers together, joints cracking as she smiles. I'll fucking whoop your ass. Regs clears his throat, loudly scowling at Baz. Something like that. If you have any questions, ask us. Good luck finding anyone else in the camp who'll give you an answer, or even a smile. So, anything we can help you with? Tell me about yourself, Baz. I was a sellsword at the beck and call of a fat merchant, just another dented face in a crowd. After too many years of spilling blood in local skirmishes, I realized that I was only killing time. Then Kairos showed me a better way. Unity. Purpose. Now I fight for something, not just someone. Been watching the Scarlet Furies practicing my blade work. Not good enough to join them yet, but I bet I could show you a thing or two. You wanna go? Baz, let's see what you could teach me. Let's dance, Binda. Skill training. Oh, I thought we were actually gonna fight. Let's see. Baz welcomes you with a grin of cracked teeth. Welcome back, Fatebinder. We hear you've been doing some good work for the cause. The cause? High time that someone put the disfavored in their place. The chorus could always use grit like yours. Anything we can do for you? Tell me about yourself, Regs. He scratched the back of his head, at a loss for words. I had a family, a farm, then the chorus came, and, well, now I have the chorus. Priorities change when you hear screams in the night and feel a blade pressed to your neck. Things like farms and families don't seem so important. I used to have nightmares, thinking about the culling. Felt awful, remembering how I hacked my ma and dad to bits just so I could survive. Reg's eyes shadowed for a moment with sorrow, then took a feverish gleam. The fifth eye heard me howling one night, pulled me out of the horde and took an interest in me. Now I'm studying magic, calling fire from nothing. If my ma and dog could see me now, they'd be so proud. It's okay. Reg, show me what the fifth eye's been teaching you. We'll make the valley burn. All right. Well, you could teach me lore. I could use that actually, probably. You could teach me subterfuge. I definitely need subterfuge training. All right. I'm willing. I'm willing to maybe pay to just get the subterfuge training up. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll commit to it. Come on. 20? Ah, oh, jeez. 5 more times. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Alright, there we go. The rest of you don't need training. Give me all the subterfuge. Yeah, I almost forgot. Like, do you have anything to say? Hail, Fatebinder of Tunon. The disfavored officer pounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest in a stiff but warm greeting. Were I a betting or superstitious man, I'd say fortune must favor me today. I am not. But I am pleased to meet you all the same. Now what brings you to my little slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as, he spreads his thickly gloved hand twice, this here mud and shit stinking chorus camp. You have anything you'd like to report, soldier? Maybe you know something unusual during your time here? He cants his head to one side and is taken aback. What about the chorus isn't unusual? The army itself is a strange, malnourished beast. But no, the screamers seem mostly in order, ma'am, and I haven't been spying, if that's what you're implying, ma'am. Still as a post, he studies you sharply, scarcely appearing to breathe. Of course, even if I was, I'd be damn near impossible to learn anything from this shit sty. Fifth eye and those damn furries don't even loop me in, and enough for me to do my detail, and it's not even lack of trying on my part. Right, because you seem so easy to work with. Nah, I'm just gonna stare silently. He stares back for a long moment before finally letting one meaty shoulder in a stiff shrug. So why are you stationed at the chorus? Well, from the way most of the days go, you'd think I was here to row with blood canters and scarlet furries, but my post is to represent the disfavored interest here before Fifth Eye and his scarlet chorus, for Iron Marshal Adrianos, and not now that I've gotten to do either is so much of the last span. Oh man. You sound frustrated. I am. He tips his helm back to you enough to spit at the ground. You try to fist fuck every furry who wants to talk to you, and that's after I try to talk them down. It's a Kairos damned mess. You act like it's a punishment to be assigned to this detail, isn't it? I know I fucked up to get here, got 3 days in the hole, and a nice little promotion to go with my new post. Well, I won't be making the same mistake twice when it comes to the Iron Marshal. He just puts his chin to the valley. Um, I should be out there fighting the Ashes for the Ashes' glory, not standing here ready to run back to report should something ever finally fucking happen. What exactly did you do to end up here? Maybe the grave mistake of suggesting the Iron Marshal wasn't fully utilizing the Scarlet Chorus. Well, here I am, a liaison officer to a camp of liars and cheats who'd sooner gut me than ask for my aid. Guess she showed me. Our lives are at risk, and even then, you can't get along with the chorus. Begging your pardon, ma'am, but I've never fought a battle where my life wasn't on the line, he shrugged. Kind of the nature of war, isn't it? I mean, I guess you have a way of looking at it. Some people might argue that that's a rationalization because of your shitty circumstance, and you maybe don't actually believe that. Soldier nods at you. Alright, well, you didn't have to run away. I would have talked to you. Fatebinder kneels in your direction. Ah, well, keep kneeling, bitch. I'm out of here. We got places to be. What's up, whores? Alright, I'll watch myself.